Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you all for joining me at this time. My name is Shavi Zane, and I'm coming on to bring a message for the chosen. If you find that this resonates with you in any way, please be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment below, and let us know how it resonates with your circumstance. So, first of all, chosen, I want to talk to you all because, you out here putting people to shame right now. I mean, really, really putting people to shame. And the reason why a lot of people are feeling shame is because you make it look way too easy. You are out here flexing on folks and you're not even trying. Like it's effortless on your part, chosen. Everything that you do, if you throw yourself into it and really put your all into it, it's easy for you to excel and you make it look very easy. You go on a job, it could be your first time doing that type of work, couple of weeks into it, you running the doggone floor better than the management that's been there for years. You go to school, you begin to excel easily in your classes. You go to start a new creative idea. You excel easily there. You make it look so effortless, chosen, that it's putting people to shame because you got to recognize that for many, many years, a lot of people got to the top through very low vibrational means, okay? They had to really completely put morals on the back end. Okay. Morality did not exist for these beings. Integrity did not exist. Self-love off the table. A lot of these people got to the top by doing others dirty. They had to step on people. They had to do some very nefarious things behind the scenes, right? They had to put on a particular image for the world because the puppet masters told them this is what the world wants to see. And so I don't care for who you are naturally. Come forward in the most inauthentic version of yourself and I'll give you the position. Or come forward throwing your sexual energy out there or practically prostituting yourself and I'll give you the position. These beings put up a front for so long that they had the world fooled into thinking that's the way. If you just follow the foot trails of that particular person over there, the footprints of that person, then that could lead you to success. That would help you to climb the ladder of success. But thank goodness, chosen, y'all was not blind enough or asleep enough to try to follow that path, because it would have led you down a very, very, very dark road that's very difficult to come off of, because once you get a taste of that false wealth, that illusionary life of riches, it's hard to come off of it because at that point it's all based on ego. Now you got to put up a facade. It's all based on illusions. And so the only way to come back up out of that is now you got to start shedding layers. Now you got to start speaking truths. Now you got to start pulling them skeletons up out of the closet. That's the only way to come up out of it, right? And so a lot of people, they get caught up in that web, the web of that black widow, just caught, trapped in the illusion of inclusion. And so now that we're in the age of Aquarius, chosen, here you are. You've done a lot of work behind the scenes, because see, these beings were very happy when you remained in the shadows. That was a very comfortable place, for them, because it's like, okay, we can still shine even though we fake, even though we phony, even though we're, outright wicked. At least we in the spotlight, because that's all they wanted to begin with, was the spotlight. No matter what they had to do to get there, they really didn't care, right? No integrity whatsoever, no connection to the Most High whatsoever. So they just figured, all right, as long as they can do it and get away with it and nobody knows about it, once they get into the spotlight, bam, that's it. Now they can put on a facade and the world thinks that they're one thing when they're truly not, right? But you're different. And sad to say, even in the spiritual community, sad to say that even in the spiritual community, when it comes to a lot of people who have gotten into the spotlight, I'm talking about big names, out there, some of them had to even sell themselves. And you wonder how they sold themselves. Well, they used their spiritual knowledge to help do spell work for the other low vibrational beings to keep them on top, getting paid to do nefarious things behind the scene, do this spell on that person, do this ritual on that person over there, right? So it's a lot of different areas where people was in the spotlight and they didn't belong there, y'all. But see, you chosen, you are different. You said, if you are going to make it to the top, you're going to do it from a space of integrity so that if anybody ever has to backtrack your footprints, they know that you didn't have to go and walk up in no dark closets. You didn't have to bend the corner in no dark alleyways. You didn't have to go and do no nefarious things underground or in all of these crazy places, joining secret societies and doing all types of rituals behind the scenes. You didn't have to do any of that in order to get where you are or where you're going. And so this is highly intimidating, and it's putting these false, fake, robotic beings to shame. Artificial beings. It's putting them to shame because they have to now look back and say, wow, if only I had done the work on myself, or if only I believed in myself enough to know that I was worth more, to value myself more than I valued fiat, or to value myself more than I valued the spotlight, or to value myself more than I valued clout. Because see, for some people, it's all about, all right, can you get into the clique? Can you get into the clique? Are you part of the crew? So now you got to be fake to rub shoulders with the right people so that now you can get lifted up. No, chosen. You're not like that. You don't move like that. You rather go solo and take whatever path you have to take, even if it takes you a little bit longer to get there. You'd rather do that than to take a shortcut that could lead you to your demise. But the fact of the matter is, these beings from the outside looking in at you, chosen, as you continue to rise, they say you make it look way too easy. It's just way too casual. Why is it? It needs to be a little bit more artificial, a little bit more spruced up. Why don't you care about coloring inside of the lines, chosen? Why don't you care about making it look perfect? Why aren't you out here putting on all of the artificial colors and artificial lights and all of this? Why aren't you out here doing what's necessary to say lights, camera, action? No, you just too real and authentic out there, chosen. And that is highly, highly intimidating for artificial beings that don't know themselves. One thing that I find to be very interesting that's happening now, especially, since around COVID and things have shifted drastically, is that social media, making videos on social media, posting on social media, this has become very, it's trending now for a lot of the celebrities, so-called celebrities. I don't even like to call them that because I don't celebrate the majority of them. Only very few of them operate from integrity. Very few. But now social media has become something that they're trying to, gain more traction on. But the part that I don't know if y'all feel the same way, let me know in the comments if you feel this. It just feels so inauthentic. It just feels like they're so out of place because it's like now you want to be real. Now you're not concerned about the production crew being around. Now you're not concerned about, making sure that the lighting is perfect. Now you're not concerned about the makeup crew and the wardrobe crew. Now you're not concerned about green screen and all of these other things. Since when did most of these celebrities start just sitting in front of the camera and speaking openly as if, oh, we're real people now? Now you want to be relatable, right? Same people that were, most of them, not all of them, had to screw their way to the top, had to do all types of sexual rituals and, all types of criminal behavior, telling lies and sacrificing this person and doing all types of nefarious acts behind the scenes. Now you want to sit in front of a phone and make a video as if you real? The only time they cared about acting like they was a real person, and this was still putting strong emphasis on the word act, is when they was doing so-called reality TV. And even then, that was all an act for the world in order to solicit or to encourage a particular behavior pattern for a specific group of people. It's always been an act for these people, even when they claim that it's reality. Because it was always about pushing a particular agenda. But now they want to act like they're relatable. It's just so inauthentic, and you can see right through it. You can see right through it. If you have spiritual gifts, you can see right through it. And I can't even sit and watch too long because it irks me. It's like, the fakeness just coming through the screen. You could just see it. It's like the whole objective is for them, keep me relevant, right? They're screaming at you through these videos that they do on social media now. Keep me relevant. I am relatable. I'm just like you now. Oh, for real? Now that the entertainment industry is crashing, now you're relatable? Many of them, and I already knew this was getting ready to come out, now that a lot of these different people in so-called high places in the underworld are being brought to light about the things that they're doing, a lot of them are scared, right? Because many of them know that there's a high chance that they may also be exposed. This is the age of Aquarius. You will be exposed, right? So they know it's coming. So what a lot of them are doing, and I knew they was going to start doing is that now they're starting to post pictures of their families, Oh, the little baby. Oh, look at mommy cooking with the baby. Look at mommy taking a Christmas photo. Look at mommy over here doing XYZ with daddy with the baby, right? Because now they need to pull on your heartstrings and make you feel like, oh, they just like my sister. They just like my brother. That's just like my cousin or my auntie. No, don't start trying to act relatable now. Because you wasn't concerned about that when it was all about Barbie's world, right? You wasn't concerned about that when it was all about BBLs and how fake can you get? How artificial can you be, right? Or when it was all about the big chains and having this type of whip and, having the biggest penthouse, right? It wasn't all about being relatable then. But now that you are losing the attention and the interest of what they might have called the everyday peons, right? Just the everyday people that they use at their disposal. Now, all of a sudden, they need to get more relevant again. So you're going to see a lot of them come out on everyday social media platforms, creating videos, oh, I'm cooking this today. Oh, we're going to the park with little Johnny boy. Oh, look at me and so. We're just so romantic. We're in our pajamas, our matching pajamas. Come on now. You got too many skeletons in the closet. Pull those out first. If you want the world to really be able to relate to who you are, show your true hand. Fact of the matter is, Chosen, you are doing an excellent job. You make it look easy because being authentic is easy. Being real is easy. It's not about lights, camera, action for you. And so this is why you are able to easily fall into doing social media. If you want to create content or something like that and bring your voice forward, or whether it's music or dancing or art, whatever your specific passion is, if you're utilizing social media, you make it look easy because it is easy. Because you didn't have to do a whole lot of things behind the scenes, and you're not focused on being a puppet for a puppet master. You're not doing any of these things. You're just being you. And so when you're just you in the age of Aquarius, people are inspired by that because it reminds them that, yes, I can do it too. I'm worthy of doing it too. I'm real. I don't have to have all of the glitz and glamour and the fake this and the fake that. Why? Because you out here showing people that that's not necessary in order for people to respect and love what you do. So just know that when you operating from excellence, you begin to attract excellence. Okay, both of the words sound very, very similar. When you operate from excellence, you attract assailants. And those are people who want to attack you. These are people who want to beat you down and bring you down. because they don't want to see you win, chosen. They don't want to see you win. For them, it's all about competition. For you, it's just about doing what you love. But when you're talking about the real versus the fake always create a challenge. Even if you didn't volunteer or sign up to be a part of that challenge, the fake will always challenge you, chosen. That's how you know the real from the fake. The real don't give a damn about being in competition with nobody. Never. Because you're more focused about becoming a better version of yourself and improving yourself every day. So the only competition you create is between who you are today versus who you was yesterday. Are you a better version of yourself today than who you were yesterday? Can you look back a year from now and say, okay, I've evolved, I've grown, I've advanced, I'm more creative, I'm more courageous and bold and open and things like that. That's the only thing that a real person or real being is concerned about. But a fake one, these sheeple, these sleeple, these artificial karmics out here, the only thing that they can look to compare is themselves versus you, chosen, because they can't challenge themselves to be a better version today than they was yesterday, because every day they have to be artificial. They got to be more fake today than they was yesterday in order to remain relevant or to continue rising up the ladder. They got to be more ratchet today than they was yesterday in order to continue to rise up the ladder, because that is required by the powers that were. The puppet masters requires that from them, because it's all about they are in the spotlight in order to create an illusionary sense of success through their ratchetness, so that the world would look to them and say, okay, well, if I just act like that, if I just dress like that, if I just promote my sexuality, if I do some nefarious things behind the scenes, if I disrespect this person over there, if I talk real loud, if I curse a whole lot, if I just do X, Y, Z, then maybe I'll get there. So the fake always have to become faker in order to get to the top. And by the time you're done, they get all the way up to the top. I guess you might say even billionaire status. Let's just say like maybe Beyonce, Rihanna, right? Jay-Z, so-called P. Diddy, these beings, they get up there to billionaire status. I'm just talking about the melanated community now. Don't get me started on the Europeans, okay? Because that's just a whole nother, cesspool of disgust, all right? On a totally different type of level that ain't nobody talking about right now, because they putting the melanated beings at the forefront, but we'll talk about that at another time. But consider, these beings have gotten up to billionaire status. Imagine the layers of fakeness that these beings are really layered in. The layers of fakeness. Like by the time you get them pulling back all of them layers of falsehood, oh my goodness, thousands upon thousands of layers to get to that phase, to get to that high on the ladder of so-called success in the underworld, you got to have some thick layers of falsehood. By the time you get down to the true, authentic nature of who those beings are, they're little scared children that don't know themselves. They're still hurt and maimed and wounded, terrified. They've lost themselves. So now we're at a time, y'all, where keep doing what you're doing out there, chosen. Keep on allowing yourself to shine. Get out there into the spotlight. Bring your talents and your gift to the world, because these are the things that the future generations will look up to. They're not going to be looking up to most of these beings in the entertainment industry. They're not going to be looking in that direction, because it's all coming out, the truth about, how they got there. And so now it's like, it's distasteful. It's like, ooh, I'm so glad that I didn't take that path. I'm so glad that I didn't care to, go and run out to LA and, just give thanks that you did not jump into that cesspool of disgustingness. Okay, I just made that word up. Just give thanks that you're one of the real ones out there. And just know that excellence attracts excellence. And so you will naturally have enemies. But don't let it bring you down and don't let it stop you. That's my message for you all. I love you. Like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about any of the things discussed here today. What is your take on it? What do you have to add to it, especially when it comes to a lot of these beings in the entertainment industry now engaging in social media? And, just let me know what y'all think. I'll talk to y'all next time.